Okay, YouTubers, I'm out here on a windy day doing another one of my tailgate videos. Anyway, this is a Desert Eagle Model 7 357 Magnum. Probably the worst choice in handgun ever. I got that suggestion from the Yankee Marshal. This thing is a dual purpose personal protection weapon. See, because it weighs so much, you could take the handle of this thing and crack somebody across the head with it, and you'd do just as much good as you could shooting with this old pistol. Okay, like you see, it's a 357. As far as caliber, this is all the caliber you need. Now you little teenage kids can watch Lara Croft, Tomb Raider and all that, and she's carrying a 50 caliber Desert Eagle, something you absolutely do not need. The most useless caliber in North America ever. You don't, when I bought this gun, I bought it to hunt wild pigs with, okay? And the thought being, I was looking at it through different calibers, and I was trying to find me, what could I find in an automatic that would be a decent caliber, and I landed on, after I looked at a lot of ballistics, I landed on 357 Magnum. That was the one. Okay, so I looked around. The only real 357 Magnum I could find at that time was this thing, okay? And I bought this naturally at the WorkShop, okay? Got a pretty fair deal at the time on it, you know. And this thing is a monster. It's so heavy, okay? And I figured, you know, if you out shooting wild pigs, them things will get after you. And what I'm talking about is they will chase you up a tree, okay? And you know, you start shooting at them, because usually where there's one, there's more. They're like, I don't know what you call it anyway, there's a crowd of them, you know, like a family. So I said, I wanted that as not my primary shooting instrument. I wanted that as my backup, okay? Because I always believe when shooting pigs, you need two guns, okay? You need a rifle and you need a handgun, okay, of some sorts. My rifle is a Weatherby Model 5 30-06. And with a 30-06, you can kill any animal. I don't care if it's a moose, a mule deer, whatever. You can a wild pig. You can kill any successfully. It's actually more than you need to kill a moose, or like say a bull deer. And down here we have what's called a mule deer. There's some big monsters. That bumper that I showed you in one of my other videos on the front of my truck, that was bought because I hit a mule deer over in Cameron, Louisiana, and it pretty much wiped out a pretty good bit of my front end. But luckily, it replaced everything that was damaged on the front end of my truck, so I lucked out on it. But beyond that, what I'm saying is when you go out in the woods around here, you don't have to carry super big equipment. But like everywhere else in America, you got a lot of deer and a lot of wild pigs, like in South Florida also. So I figured everywhere you go in America, they'll about invite you to come kill feral hogs, you know. And I don't care for the taste of them. I just ate some a little while back. Wasn't cooked quite to what I like, but then a lot of venison people cook. It doesn't suit me either. But anyway, this old gun here, I got plenty of ammo. I did that. If you see here, I got ammo every time I go to the store. Just about, I've been buying ammo, you know. But that's just my overview of my 357. This is Israeli Arms. Yeah, this was made by, I believe that's what it says, Israeli. Hold on just a second. Got the wrong piece here. Yeah, there you go. Magnum Research Incorporated, Minneapolis, made in Israel. On the other side it says Israeli Military Industries. So this is a Magnum Research pistol, you know. Made in America too. No, and made in Israel. I thought Minneapolis was in America, huh? Made in Israel. Sorry about that. Anyway, guys, put this antique back over here. I'm going to put it back together and shut this video down. But guys, if you're going to buy one, don't mess with this thing. Go get the new version, you know, because at least if you got it, you know, it's something you could reasonably use, you know. And if, like I say, about the pig killing, this is good enough for pig killing. If I kill a pig with this, a big feral hog, you know, 800 pounds, if I kill a big feral hog with it, I believe if you had to shoot somebody, this would more than do the job. And my favorite round is a 357 Magnum. And I got that after what I've done. I heard so many police talk about this, you know, that was their favorite round back in the day, you know, the old policemen. And the same holds true today. A key just as dead today as it would yesterday, and it'll shoot through an engine block just as good yesterday as it does today. But getting back to my gun here, now the beauty behind this gun is, now if you want to ask Clint Eastwood or Arnold Schwarzenegger or one of them kind of people, for just a change of the barrel, this little the little pin in here, and the magazine, you can convert this thing up to a 44 Magnum. And I ain't gonna do it. I don't believe. I might keep this old gun, but I'm really kind of looking at an L5 Magnum Research. It's 2 pounds lighter than this contraption, you know. And to me, this is the worst gun purchase, the worst choice in gun purchase. But at the time, you know, I wasn't thinking that well about all the. Well, I hadn't never used a gun this heavy before, and I didn't want something like one of these junky 9mm, which I wouldn't have. I had 380s, 9mm, 38s. I've had all that stuff. And this one here, I keep around the house because pretty much for personal protection when I'm laying in bed. And I managed the other day to, I went and picked it up and I had it locked and cocked, but I forgot to put the safety on. I went to get up out the bed, and I reached down and grabbed it with my foot. My finger accidentally hit the trigger. I mean, I ain't raised it a ½ inch off the floor. That thing shot. It shot my refrigerator. Okay, didn't ruin my refrigerator. I had to get up and figure it out. But a couple of months later, the refrigerator wasn't cool, and I looked at it. What it done, it hit the Freon lines on the refrigerator. You know, so smart me, huh? Never put your finger on the refrigerator. I mean on the trigger. You know, always put your finger like this. You know, when you're picking it up, always make sure your finger's extended across here to grab the front of the guard. Okay. Never put your finger in here. That's a stupidity move. You notice it's on fire right now. Well, it also ain't got no bullet in it, you know. Better put that on safety. So, anyway, this one of the tricks. Look, I'm gonna pause the video because I got to take it apart. I'm going to show you one of the things you got to do with this thing when you're putting it up. Okay. This one here weighs 72 ounces. Okay, it's pretty darn heavy. Okay. The funny thing about it, I'm actually shopping for the Magnum Research L5 or L6. I think the L5 is the one I'm going after because it seems to be a lot lighter, like 2 pounds. Okay, back again. Okay, in this part of the video, what I'm going to show you is this. Look, see this piece right here? You'll notice that on here, it's got a couple of rounds on the spring. I think it's on this side. Yeah, you see one of them springs is actually, you know, it's kind of just deformed. And this, after a lot of shots through this, which this one's even developing some marks on the spring. So this is a very old spring. You can buy a tune-up kit for this, okay, which comes with new springs for this recoil, okay. And this one's way overdue for it, okay. Yeah, you see right here, right in this area here, on both sides, you see where the spring's kind of distorted, okay. So you need to watch out for that. That just indicates that this spring hasn't been changed. The springs haven't been changed in a long time. But I'm going to get a tune-up kit, they call it, you know, off of Magnum Research. I just thought I'd give you a little close-up of that, okay? And like I say, when you convert to 44 Magnum, you got to replace this piece right here. See, so I see this in the camera. Yeah, this piece right here. You got to replace that piece. And that once you pass through, you replace that piece, then you can go, I think, 44 caliber and 50 caliber. Okay, that's why it's nice. You don't have to buy a whole pistol, but it ain't cheap even when you buy this. This is the 357 Magnum barrel here. See that thing? Believe it or not, I just cleaned this contraption. Hope I ain't getting it all messy. But your spring fits down in this area here. Let me reach around this. See, it fits down in this area here. Okay, just sits down in there. But sometimes it can be difficult to install. But I'm going to get the, I think on Magnum Research's website, they got a tune-up kit for $49. Okay, so I'm going to buy the tune-up kit and tune it up. Because it's way overdue. That thing's probably had a couple of thousand rounds shot, so it never has been cleaned. And it holds 9 shots in the magazine, and it holds 1 in the chamber. So I guess it'd be 10 shot. It says 9 here, and then one in the barrel. Usually I don't keep that many bullets in it. But I use mostly Winchester in it. Now another little problem about using these things is you don't, 357, you don't want to shoot a bullet smaller than 158 grain because that's where it runs into problems jamming, from what I heard. I keep it well oiled because it has a history that if you don't break it in, it's going to have some problems. You know, what it means is you got to use it. You know, probably shoot 15 rounds to it and it'll loosen it up. Me, I just keep it oiled. Seems to work okay. I like the little gun, but I just don't. It's not a carry gun, you know. And a lot of people ask, "Oh, you got a 50 caliber Desert?" No, I don't. I got a 357. And because I'm a good shot, it'll kill you just as easy as that 50 cal with. Maybe I don't know which one would make your brain splatter all over the ceiling better, the 357 or the 50 cal. I think the 50 cal would do a better job at that. But if you're a lousy shot, I guess get the 50 caliber. I don't know if that's going to help you much. Me, I'll stick with my 357. I'll go to the range frequently. I went out and took it to the range the other day, and the range is run by the sheriff's department, you see. And I took it out there the other day, and I asked one of the guys, hey, you want to come shoot this thing? So he shot it. So after he come back, I said, what do you think? He said, well, it shoots kind of high, you know. So I did. But he was shooting at 25 yards, because, you know, that's what the police usually, you know, at close range shoot at. So I said, well, here, come over to the 100-yard range and let's shoot it. So we went over the 100-yard range, and boy, he was nailing, he was putting a good little pattern dead on. And he says, I wonder why that is. I said, well, from the factory, which I read a book in Guns and Ammo, I read an article in Guns and Ammo, said from the factory they're sighted in at 100 yards. So this little thing was right on the money. But I think they offered this with like a 10 or 12 inch barrel, you know, for long range hunting, you know. But at that range, I'm not going to get closer to a bear or anything else I can see than 100 yards, and I don't want to be nowhere around it. But it just be known that this thing is not really off. It's just the range that you sighted at. Most good hunters know that they'll find their comfort range for what they kill things at, and they'll sight them in to that distance, you know. So that just says that this was sighted in for 100 yards. I guess over there where they fight over in Israel and all, they need this thing, you know, to shoot somebody way off in a sand dune. I don't know. But anyway, it does what it says it does. A mean little gun, but it's just too heavy, you know, guys. Be aware of that. A Model 7 is just too, a Model 19 is too heavy, you know. Hats off to Magnum Research for finally developing the L5 and L6. I thought the L6, now maybe they got a mistake on the web page because I've never been to see one, but on the web page that I looked at, it showed the Model 5 weighing lighter than the Model 6. And the Model 6, I think, is supposed to be like an aluminum frame. That don't add up, you know. But I think they might have done that backwards. I don't know. But they're showing that Model 5 at 3 pounds and I think 3 pounds and 8 ounces or something like that, you know. And this thing here is let's see, this one's 70 without the magazine. It's 72 ounces, about 71, 72 ounces, you know. And you put all the bullets in it, have one in the chamber, and fill the magazine up. You got yourself a handful. So my daughter is 4'10", and she's 22 years old. And I told her, when they say I hold this thing, she couldn't even keep that thing up for a minute. You know, she says, man, why would somebody design a gun like that? And I'm in full agreement. You cannot carry this thing around all day long. This is just a piece of iron. To say as a carry gun, I say this is would be the most stressful gun you could ever carry. I don't care if your name's Clint Eastwood. You know, it's just a stressful gun to carry. So anyway, move on, and my suggestion, you do move on to L5 or L6. You know, go over there and sniff around on Magnum Research's site. You know, and one of the wear spots you got to watch for on these Eagles. So look at this. You see right here, this little spot right here. There's that's where it locks onto where you cock the slide back, right there. Okay, it'll get worn at sort of an angle like this one is, you know. And I guess next time I take it to the gunsmith, I'm going to get him to touch that up. Because I could probably do it with a file, but you know, I trusted the gunsmith because I don't want to destroy it. But see, it's got a little angle like to the back, so when you cock it, sometimes it'll release on you. You know, if you move it around much, it'll release on you. And you don't want to get this Desert Eagle. The slide recoil on it is so firm and so hard to cock back because that wore-out spring that it'll bite your hand. I done been bit. I done had a few times where I got my hand pinched playing with this thing. So watch out for that, you know, and. When you release them, if you got it open, you release it, that little spot right there will cause it to inadvertently, prematurely release. Just a heads up on that, okay? Okay, got her all back together and ready to go hunting. I'm not likely to do it today because of a hot day. But anyway, that's it. The complete Desert Eagle. It's got the magazine loaded, ready to go. You know, one in the chamber. So I got 10 shots right there, okay? Don't buy this gun for personal carry protection. Buy this for hunting or something like that, or keeping it in your house. Don't think about dragging this thing around because this is 72 ounces plus. Okay, YouTubers, y'all come on back first chance you get, okay? Always doing little projects like this. Goodbye.